growing your franchise. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of key performance indicators, KPIs. I know in the corporate world, KPIs is something that is really boring and unexciting. In franchising, these are your lifelines. You need to really focus on your numbers to ensure that you have enough blood in your veins, you don't have high blood pressure, you don't have glucose, and you don't have a heart condition. To do that, you need to monitor your numbers. The first thing to look for is your revenue and sales growth. Set yourself goals, realistic goals, and aim for them. Let your staff know what those goals are so they can strive for them. Put initiatives in place for you to reach those goals, and when you hit those goals, make sure you celebrate. Those small wins mean a lot to you and your staff. Reward your staff, whether it's a free movie ticket or a $50 voucher. When you hit those sales goals for the month or the quarter, make sure you reward yourself and your staff. Customer satisfaction scores. In this day and age, it is so easy to monitor this. The reason is Google reviews. Google reviews are one of your best insight into your customer service and your customer's journey. Because if you give them a good journey, 1 in every 10 person will go out of their way to report that great journey on Google reviews. However, the adverse, if you give somebody a poor customer journey and they really care about your business, they will go on Google and they'll write a review. Every time I have a franchisee or a franchisor that comes to me and says, "Oh, we've been getting so many bad reviews," I said, "Great, what are you doing about it to lift your systems and improve your processes?" Because those Google reviews are the insight into the customer journey. Generally, people won't go out of their way to report on something that's not factual. Yes, you will have some now and then that go out of their way to report on a bad business, but if you are getting more than one bad review on a frequent basis, there is something wrong. You need to monitor the processes, the procedures, and really hone in on what the issue is. Is it customer service? Is it food quality? Is it consistency? Is it value? Are the customers not feeling the value for their dollar? It's very important to stay on top of this. Every single review is a seed. You plant that seed and you nurture that seed. Even the good reviews, make sure you comment back and you review. If head office is looking after your Google reviews response, make sure you inform them as soon as you get a positive or a negative feedback and let them know what the situation is and how you are reacting to that Google review so that head office is onto it straight away. Speed is very important. Employee turnover rates. This is a key indication of your culture in your franchise. If you have a high turnover rate, it means there's something wrong. There's either a toxic person in there or the environment is not safe or secure. It means that people are feeling insecure about their future, which means they don't see a pathway. So it's very important to monitor your turnover, your employee turnover. Yes, people will grow within a business and they'll evolve and they'll leave your business, and that's awesome. The fact that you've given them an opportunity to not only be exposed to your type of business and help them grow in their career, but you've also set them up with business knowledge if you've done the right thing with your training and nurturing. Staff are gold. Look after them as such. Nurture them and give them pathways. If somebody has come through your system as an entry level and worked their way up to supervisor or store manager and they want to leave onto greener pastures, support them, because ultimately they are a seed that you've planted and watch grow. You'll be surprised at how your paths will cross in the future. So look after yourself, your staff, nurture them well, and if you have a high turnover of employees, find out why. Is there a toxic person in there making that person feel unsafe or insecure or just not the right culture? Inventory turnover. Now, when you're talking about food products, you got to make sure you're maintaining first in, first out. New stock goes out the back. It's labeled. Older stock is pushed to the front and used first. First in, first out. Make sure your inventory is being turned over on a regular basis so you don't have stagnant ingredients or food items or even packaging. Don't overbuy on certain items because it's cheap. Ultimately, that saving could mean a dump of stock if you're not going through it. Remember, with franchises, things change. Packaging changes, ingredients change. So you need to make sure you're not overbuying, especially on your dry goods, and then finding yourself with stock that you can't use. Profit margins. This is the most important KPI. If it was in your body, it would be your blood. If you don't have profit coming through your your business, it means that you don't have blood going through your body. Profit is essential. And to make sure you are maintaining your healthy profit margins, you need to maintain your cost of goods, your labor, your occupancy, and all of your other expenses, and ensure that you are left with a profit. If you are not left with a profit, then you need to look into your systems and ask for help. Don't wait till it's too late. I did, and I suffered the fate. So make sure you are monitoring your profit margins on a weekly basis at the minimum. To do that, run a weekly P&L so you know exactly where you stand at the end of the week. If you need to adjust something, at least you can adjust it on a weekly basis. Don't get to the end of the month, or worse, wait till your bad statement before you figure out that you've got a problem, because you've just lost 3 months that you're trying to catch up on. So very, very important. Make sure you're monitoring your profit on a weekly basis, and the only way to do that is to take daily turnover and weekly cost of goods and make sure that you're profitable week on week.